The winner of the solo, non-stop around the globe Vendée Globe sailing race crossed the finish line early this morning at the French port city of Les Sables-d'Olonne. The overall victor of the 9th edition of this often grueling race that covers some 24,300 nautical miles in 11+ weeks is 48-year-old French skipper Yannick Bestaven in the boat Maître Coq IV. His last effort at this race, in the 2008-2009 edition, ended prematurely when his boat was dismasted hours after the event began. Second place went to 36-year-old French skipper Charlie Dalin in the boat Apivia. Dalin crossed the finish line at 7:35 p.m. Central European Time in an evening of showers and overcast conditions with 20-knot winds and battering waves. This, after he took a final northeastward diagonal route across the Bay of Biscay. In third place was French racer Louis Burton in the boat Bureau Vallée 2. Burton, who finished 7th the last 2016-2017 edition of this race, has sailed 8 transatlantic crossings and this is his third sailing circumnavigation of the planet. Somewhat strangely, Victor Bestaven crossed the finish line hours after Dalin. That is because this close Vendée finish was also the most complicated. The sequence of those passing the finish line did not necessarily reflect the order of winners, due to an unforeseen event. On November 30th, skipper Kevin Escoffier's boat PRB suddenly sank, and he was left alone in a raft hundreds of miles southwest of Cape Town. Those sailors who altered course to assist him, he was rescued by Jean Le Cam in the boat Yes We Cam, were awarded compensatory time benefits, ranging from 6 hours to 16 hours and 15 minutes, depending on an international jury's calculated times that sailors had deviated from their intended routes. Yannick Bestaven had been awarded a 10-hour and 15-minute compensatory time benefit, enough to make him winner, even though he arrived hours after Dalin. His boat crossed the finish in the early hours of October 28th, while Dalin reached port on the evening of October 27th. Bestaven's overall race time, with compensation factored in, was 80 days, 3 hours, 44 minutes and 46 seconds. Dalin, in second place, finished in 80 days, 6 hours, 15 minutes and 47 seconds. Burton, in third, took a total time of 80 days, 10 hours, 25 minutes and 12 seconds. After Dalin crossed the finish line, it was still a possibility that a sailor who was physically trailing in third position, Boris Herrmann from Germany in the boat Seaexplorer, Yacht Club de Monaco, might become the overall victor because of his 6 hours of compensation time. He would have been the first ever non-French victor of the Vendée. Unfortunately, 15 minutes after Dalin's finish, Herrmann's boat was 90 miles from the finish line when it collided with a fishing boat, damaging his starboard foil and reducing his speed from about 20 knots to less than 10 and knocking him out as one of the top 3 contenders.